I want to first and foremost see if we can get a sense of the role of Facebook in Indian society today and in your generation. How visible is it? How important is it? Is it changing the face of social media there, or are there local challengers to go against Facebook?
Hi. Facebook is very big in India. You have, as you said, about 40 million users on Facebook. And unlike China, you don't have too many people trying to compete with global giants like Facebook or LinkedIn. So yes, there are a lot of people on Facebook in India. A lot of people are very excited about it. My dad just added me on Facebook about 6 months back, and I knew that something had changed, because before that it was just me and my friends. So you have a situation where the India internet penetration is likely to increase from 100 million odd to, let's say, 500 million over the next few years, and Facebook and other social networks are likely to grow along with that.
India is not new to technology, of course. You have big brand names in the outsourcing or services area like Tata. You have Infosys in the Bangalore belt. But is it spreading, the technology sector and the startups in your generation starting to pick up with the influence of Silicon Valley, what we've seen with Google, what we've seen with Amazon, and the latest round with Facebook?
Yes, they are actually. The current breed of companies is actually very different from a simple cost arbitrage model, which some of the earlier technology companies like the ones you named were. Right now you have a very vibrant tech scene in Bangalore, a developing tech scene here in Delhi, somewhat of a tech scene in Bombay as well. And over the next maybe 5 or 10 years, you will find a lot of Indian companies trying to build global products out of India for global markets.
This is very interesting. You're focused on the middle class. We often talk here in the Global Exchange about the rising middle class, but it was frustration coupled with your legal training that led you to start your company. What was the inspiration? Where did the spark come from beyond your local experience there? Is it a Silicon Valley influence, the younger generation doing startups like Facebook, or is it just basically because of your local frustrations and the opportunity of a market of better than 1 billion people?
Yeah, it's actually all of that. You know, I used to be a corporate lawyer working in London. I came back because I thought the market in India was very exciting. The opportunity struck because I had a bad experience. And a lot of Indians, the young Indians, especially tech entrepreneurs, are always inspired by Silicon Valley. We pretty much read some of the same similar blogs and similar articles as the young entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley read. So, you know, a lot of the thought process is actually transported back to here in India. And you also have a lot of American investors, American you know, events done by American organizations here in India. So there's a lot of you know, inspiration we take, and a lot of people tend to aim high because they see how quickly you can achieve so much in consumer internet.
Lately on the Global Exchange, Ankur, we've been talking about the frustration that some of the major industrialists in the country have had because of the thick bureaucracy in India and the inability to create jobs, to finish the infrastructure. In your sector of the market, though, technology, do you find there's barriers to entry? Do you work around that thick bureaucracy and can still succeed with the hurdles that are faced by government?
I think these are still early days. The government is not very interfering. Pretty much you can run a technology startup out of India without too much interference. Though of late there has been some sort of a movement to get large social networking websites like Facebook and Twitter to monitor some of the content which goes onto them. But I think apart from that, it is pretty easy to do a startup without any government interference unless it's a regulated sector, like, say, banking or telecom.
Okay.